Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried really hard to get a girl to like you? Only to feel like the more effort you put in, the further she pulls away. You're polite. You check in on her. You remember little things she said. You even offer to help when she's stressed. And yet, nothing. She doesn't seem interested. Or worse, she starts treating you like just a nice friend. It's frustrating, right? You start wondering, what am I doing wrong? Here's the truth. Most guys make the same exact mistake, and they don't even realize it. They believe attraction is logical. That if you're good to her, show her you care, prove you're not like other guys. Then she should like you. But here's the harsh reality. Attraction isn't about what makes sense. It's about what makes her feel something. And constantly proving yourself, being too available and doing things just to get her to notice you. That doesn't make her feel anything. If anything, it makes her feel nothing at all. Because deep down, she knows you're trying to win her over. And the moment she senses that you stop being a mystery, you stop being magnetic, you become safe, predictable, and easy to ignore. So if you've ever felt invisible to the girl you actually want, this video is going to shift your entire mindset. Because it's not about doing more, it's about doing something completely different. Let's start with a little story. Let me tell you a story most guys overlook because it doesn't sound like dating advice at first. Years ago, a young politician in Pennsylvania had a rival. This rival didn't like him openly, opposed him, in fact. But instead of attacking him, the politician used an unexpected move. He found out this rival owned a rare and valuable book, so he wrote him a letter asking to borrow it. The man, though surprised, sent the book. The politician read it, returned it with a thoughtful thank you note. And something strange happened. The rival's attitude completely changed. He softened. Eventually, he became an ally, even a friend. That young politician was Benjamin Franklin. And the psychological trick he used would later become known as the Benjamin Franklin effect. Here's what it means for you. When someone does a favor for you, especially when they don't have to, they subconsciously start to like you more. Why? Because the brain goes, wait, I just helped this person. That must mean I like them, right? The mind wants to stay consistent with its actions. It hates cognitive dissonance, so it rewrites the story to fit the behavior. Now think about what this means in dating. We've been taught that we need to impress women, do favors for them, make their lives easier. But what if we flipped that? What if instead of bending over backwards for her, you asked her for a tiny favor? Sounds counterintuitive, but that's the point. Let her pick up your pen if you drop it. Let her pass you her class notes. Let her help you with something simple. That small act triggers investment. And once she invests even a little, her subconscious starts to lean in. Now you're not just another guy. You're someone she's acted on behalf of. And that's where emotional curiosity starts. In part 3, we're going deeper into something I call the investment equation. And it explains why she needs to be the one chasing, not you. Ready? Let's go. Let's break something wide open. You've probably grown up hearing that if you want a girl to like you, you need to be nice. Buy her gifts, do her favors, always be available. Sounds familiar. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you invest in her, the more attached you become, not her. It's called the investment equation, and it's backed by psychology. See, humans don't value things because they're free. We value what we've had to earn, what we've had to pour energy into, what we've suffered a little for. It's like gambling. Ever notice how someone loses money at a casino and keeps playing? It's not because they're having fun. It's because the more they've invested, the more desperate they are to get something back. Now apply that to dating. The more a woman invests time, energy, attention, or even tiny emotional labor into you, the more her brain says, wait a second, I'm doing all this, he must be worth it. But if you're the one constantly texting first, giving compliments, buying coffee, checking in when she's quiet, guess what your brain starts saying? Wow, I must really like her. Meanwhile, hers is thinking he's sweet, but I didn't really ask for this. That's why so many nice guys feel heartbroken and confused. They gave everything and got nothing back because they never created space for her to invest. So here's your mindset shift. Stop thinking, what can I do to make her like me? Start thinking, what can she do to deepen her own investment in me? From here forward, everything changes. Because when she's invested, she will chase you. And that leads us straight into the next piece of the formula, where value becomes visible. Let's talk about scarcity and why your attention should never be too easy to earn. Imagine you walk into a store and see 2 watches. One is locked behind glass with only 2 left in stock. The other is on a clearance rack with a big red sign, 50% off unlimited supply. Which one seems more valuable? Even if they're made the same, the limited one just feels more important. That's the scarcity principle, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. Now apply it to dating. If your time, attention, and presence are always available, if she can have you whenever she wants, you're like the clearance rack. Nice, convenient, but easy to overlook. But if your attention is rare, if your time has standards, now you become the glass case watch. She leans in. She notices. Here's where most guys mess this up. Let's say you text her after a good first date. Hey, had a great time. Are you free Thursday for drinks? She replies, I'm busy Thursday. You respond, no problem. What about Friday? She says, maybe Saturday. You say, I'm free all weekend. You just tanked your value. Because what you've communicated is, my schedule revolves around you. My time is easy to get. And that even if she doesn't realize it, consciously kills attraction. So what do you do instead? Flip the script. When it's time to set plans, don't suggest a date. Ask for her availability first. What's your week looking like? Now you're not chasing. You're qualifying. You're treating your time as a limited resource, and people respect what feels limited. Same with texting or talking. When you're deep in a fun conversation, end it first, even when you don't want to. Hey, I gotta bounce, meeting a buddy for dinner. Talk soon. Scarcity isn't about being cold. It's about showing you have a life with or without her. That's attractive, because now she's thinking, wait, why isn't he chasing like the others? Exactly. Next, we'll go one step deeper into how leaving the party early makes her crave the next invite. Here's a rule that'll change how women see you, especially in the early stages. Always be the one to end the interaction first. Whether it's a flirty text exchange, a phone call, or even an in-person conversation at a bar. End it before she expects you to. Why? Because most guys don't. Most guys stay in the conversation too long, trying to squeeze out more connection, more validation, more opportunity. And in doing so, they start to feel needy, predictable, overeager. But when you walk away first, even if things are going well, something powerful happens. She's left wondering, wait, he's leaving already. That was fun. I kinda want more. And that tiny moment of emotional tension, that's where attraction starts to breathe. You become the guy who doesn't overstay his welcome, the one who has things going on, the one who leaves a conversation on a high note right before it gets old. Let's make it practical. If you're texting and the convo's flowing, say something like, hey, gotta run meeting a friend. Let's continue this later. Don't have too much fun without me? If you're talking in person, I'd love to stay longer, but I've got to catch up with someone. You've been fun, though. You're not ghosting. You're not playing hard to get. You're just leaving a taste, not the whole meal. Think about your favorite shows, the ones that end each episode on a cliffhanger. You don't forget about them. You can't stop thinking about what happens next. That's exactly how emotional curiosity works. And in dating, curiosity is more powerful than certainty. Now that we've covered how to manage your time and attention, let's move into something even more interesting. How acting like you're already taken can make her chase you harder. Let me share a surprising truth. Studies show that women are often more attracted to men who are already in a relationship. Now, no, we're not telling you to lie, cheat, or pretend to be married. But we are going to borrow the energy of that mindset. Why do women find taken men more desirable? Because they've already been pre-approved. Someone else, another woman, has chosen him. And that signals value. More importantly, a taken man usually isn't trying too hard. He's relaxed, confident, unbothered. He's not chasing, not begging, not second-guessing himself. He has options, and options equal power. So how do you tap into that mindset without lying or pretending? Oh, it's simple. You act like your time is already being shared, not just with another woman, but with your purpose, your friends, your goals. You don't drop everything for her. You don't act like she's your only source of joy. You don't rush to reply or rearrange your schedule. You carry yourself like a man who is already valued, because when you believe you're desirable, she starts to believe it too. Let's be clear, you don't need to mention another woman. You don't need to hint at other options to make her jealous. That's try-hard energy, and women can smell it from a mile away. What you do need is this, a strong, independent routine, a calendar filled with things you genuinely care about, an energy that says, I'm good with or without your validation. That's the aura of a man who's in demand, even if he's technically single. And when you carry yourself this way, she'll instinctively want to earn a spot in your world. Coming up next, we'll tie everything together into one simple mindset shift that flips the whole game. Let's bring it all together. Most men are asking the wrong question. What do I need to do to make her like me? And that question is already setting you up to lose. Because it makes her the prize. It puts her on the pedestal. It turns you into the applicant, hoping to get hired. But what if you flipped the script? What if the real question was, what does she need to do to earn my attention and emotional investment? That's not arrogance. That's balance. That's self-respect. That's how men with options think, and women feel that energy instantly. Let's recap what we've learned. The Benjamin Franklin effect shows that when she helps you, she starts to like you more. The investment equation proves that the more she gives, the more emotionally attached she becomes. The scarcity principle reminds us that what's rare is valuable, and your time should feel earned. And the taken man mindset shows that a guy who lives with purpose, confidence, and boundaries is irresistibly attractive. So here's your final shift. You're not here to impress her. You're here to create space for her to become curious about you. Let her lean in. Let her wonder. Let her invest. Because when you stop trying to win her approval and start acting like a man who already has it, that's when everything changes. If this video gave you a new way to see attraction, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which principle hit hardest. And hey, don't be surprised if she texts you first tomorrow. You're playing a whole new game now.